You know, I have a lot of fond memories growing up. A lot of them have to do with my dad whooping my ass, and I'm happy for it because like he made me such a greater man. I mean, so much greater. Like my dad taught me many things. Like the first time I met this guy, like I think like within a week, this guy's like, "Yo, I'm gonna show you 5 ways of surviving. Make sure that you come home." He's like, "No matter what fight you're in, 5 ways." And he showed me 5 ways to hit the nuts. He's like, "No matter what, hit the man in the nuts. Make sure you make it home alive, and then I'll deal with it." To the point where I remember when what's it called thing we were playing wrestling and I got bullied, and it was a whole bunch of people. My dad was walking by with groceries. This man dropped the groceries on the other side of the fence. The man ran across after these kids. The man went there with the media. Like, what are you guys letting? What are you letting happen to my son? Why is this happening? Yo, my dad was lit. Like, and he also taught me many things. Like, yo, in this world, the world changes throughout time. Time changes the world, but the world changes throughout time. So there's a lot of things you gotta be concerned with. But one thing you should always have is a pen and paper, always available because you can't trust your memory. And there's times when you actually need something, and you need this is a crucial moment. So you always need a pen and paper available at home. So he's the one who told me is like, yo, no one will ever touch the pen and paper behind the TV because the TV only has one option, turn on and off. That's it, and you watch it. Either you're watching TV or you're not. You're not going behind the TV to clean. No one cleans behind the TV. So he always kept a pen and paper behind the TV. He was these are like little life lessons. There's been a lot of life lessons my dad taught me. Bitch, you better shut up. That's my baby. I love you. I love you. Anyways, but yeah, one of the lessons that I always learned, and he's just always told me, I don't want to hear no blah blah blah. Now, mind you, my dad is the most kind, caring person in the world. Like he will go above and beyond for anyone. But one thing he told me is like when a woman goes blah blah blah, I don't want to hear it. And I always wonder, I'm like, Dad, you speak Punjabi and you speak English. Why are you talking in both? We were fully speaking Punjabi, then we were speaking English before. Why are you combining the two? Then I looked over, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, all right, cool. I'm like, you're scared for your life. All right, cool. You've been here in this country longer than mom has. All right, cool. So, yo, you're just trying to make sure you don't get your ass whooped. All right, I got you. Yeah, it's a simple example. There's no reason why a woman should be yelling, screaming, and going above and beyond when she has a husband. Because then that means that relationship's not working. Now, mind you, my mom's whole thing was protect her kids. Lie to her husband to make sure that her kids don't get an ass whooping. Make sure she tries to guide us with love. While my dad came up, it was like, oh, love, huh? Love's a size 12 tonight. And I was just like, all right, cool. It's not a 12 and a half because your safety boots hurt. Like, holy shit. So, like, there's things I learned in life. It's just, there's a lot of things I'll do because of my dad. My dad has taught me so much, and I can never see any man ever being better than him because he showed me so much. Even when no one else sees what he does, I seen what he does. So I will always keep a pen and paper, like taped or glued to the back of the TV because everything's a flat screen nowadays, and that doesn't really work out. I will always teach my kids. Doesn't matter if everyone says you're a bitch. Come the fuck home and tell me what happened. I'll deal with it the next day. And the last thing is, if a woman cannot take care of her kids without yelling at them, then what purpose do you have in life? As a man, if your wife is already yelling at your kids and screaming and going top of the lung, trying to explain shit to them, that means you're coming home and aggravating the issue. Because anytime my father felt the sense that there was like a lack of love, he always was the love. He went from being that guy that put you in your place to making sure that you're okay. So that also taught me a lesson. From now on, if a woman goes blah blah blah, I'm gonna go rah rah rah. And what that means is bye bitch. Deuces. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not about this life. Because like if I'm gonna yell at my kids to make sure you have a less of a stressful day, that they're scared of you because not because you, my wife, have to deal with the kids in every aspect, and you have to deal with all the emotions. The one emotion they should never have for you, my wife, is fear. They should always feel love coming from you and fear coming from the dad because it's my job to correct them. It's your job to make them feel like they're loved no matter what. And then the second a woman starts yelling at me and screaming at me when I'm standing right in front of you, and you start doing the blah blah blah, I'm taking you after my dad. I'm gonna take off. Cause trust me, my dad don't give a fuck. Like I swear, my dad would be like, yeah, alright, cool. That's the one thing I didn't get from her. Is like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna leave. Cause I tried to leave and I was just like, oh, I got my mom's heart. Fuck that shit. But yeah, keynote right here. All that shit was just to say, wifey, in the future, if you wanna go blah blah blah, find yourself a next man. Cause seriously, if you wanna argue and raise your voice while you're right in front of me, this is not a relationship I want. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I don't know if you guys are doing this whole soft girl era. Soft girl era also means you're a girl that's trying to be soft. Just why not just be a woman that's caring and nurturing? Why not just be like, hey, 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 everyone that just gives me a compliment shouldn't have access to everything in my life? There's a lot of conversations we can have right here. It's like this is literally spread it out, right? So now I'm gonna monetize this shit by talking about like five different topics right after this. Uh, yeah, but the key point is keep a pen and paper available because you never know the information you might actually have to write down that you have to keep for life. Because I'm still looking for the piece of papers that would have changed my life back in the day, but I just never called them. So that was one of the life lessons I learned. But the main thing is I will not argue with someone that I can blow away by breathing too hard. Because honestly, my wife bigger than me. Um, I'm broke. I don't have mountain climbing equipment. Like I can't do this shit. So it's just not gonna work out. So my wife has to be tiny. And like I'm kind of deciding between the midget tiny because you know every man has that dream where they just walk in and be like, "Hi, honey," and oop, yeah. But then at the same time, to for a woman like that to carry a baby from me who's 6'4", I watched too many Indian movies where it started off with the wife dying and the father having to take care of the kid, and it was a whole bunch of sadness and shit. So I'd rather keep my wife alive. So, yeah, we're gonna do genetics and horoscopes and kaleidoscopes and all that shit. We're gonna make sure everything matches up, like everything looks like the geometry on that shit is gonna be amazing because it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be like a snowfall. It's just every flake's different, but we ain't gonna be snowflakes. But it's a whole different conversation. Anyways, I gotta go now. The point of this is, fuck this soft girl era. How about y'all just be women? I don't understand y'all. I don't understand this. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go now. Bye.